What kind of world wakes up one day and watches its most powerful creatures vanish forever? That's the strange question we're unpacking today. Dinosaurs were the kings of Earth for over 160 million years, and then in what felt like a blink, they were gone. How does something so massive, so dominant, just disappear? And what does that tell us about the world we live in today? This story isn't just about fossils and timelines. It's about survival, mystery, and the wild power of nature. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what brought the dinosaurs down. Don't forget to subscribe to the Edutaining History Channel for more gripping stories from our planet's deep past. The rise before the fall of dinosaurs was unlike anything else. Before we talk about how dinosaurs disappeared, let's talk about how they ruled. Picture a world full of creatures that stretched taller than buildings and roared louder than any jungle alive today. Dinosaurs weren't just some strange beasts wandering around. They were the absolute masters of land, sea, and even air for millions of years. This wasn't just a short success story. These animals adapted, thrived, and diversified into thousands of species. You had herbivores the size of houses and predators faster than most animals today. Now here's where it gets wild. Dinosaurs didn't just pop up and disappear in a flash. They grew into their power over millions of years. The Triassic period saw their first steps. The Jurassic period, that's when they exploded in variety and power. And then the Cretaceous? That was the peak. It's like they spent eons building up an unstoppable empire. And then silence. So what could end a reign like that? That's the part that has kept scientists up at night for decades. Let's peel this mystery open. The asteroid strike wasn't just big, it was earth-shattering. Imagine looking up into the sky and seeing a fiery rock the size of a mountain coming straight toward Earth. That's not a movie scene. That's what likely happened about 66 million years ago. But the real twist isn't just that it hit. It's how much it changed everything. This wasn't a bump. It was a global knockout punch. The asteroid hit the Yucatan Peninsula and left behind a crater over 90 miles wide. Scientists call it the Chicxulub crater, and just the name alone has sent chills down the spine of researchers ever since. The impact was equal to billions of atomic bombs going off at once. Oceans boiled, forests burned, and skies went black. Here's where it gets real scary. The asteroid kicked up so much dust and debris that sunlight couldn't reach the ground for months, maybe years. Without sunlight, plants died. When plants died, herbivores starved. When herbivores went, the carnivores weren't far behind. It was a full-blown food chain collapse. That one event wiped out over 75% of life on Earth. But wait, the asteroid didn't do it all alone. Volcanoes were already turning the planet into a pressure cooker. Way before that asteroid even entered Earth's atmosphere, something else was brewing deep underground. Over in what's now India, a massive area called the Deccan Traps had started erupting. These weren't your average lava flows. We're talking about eruptions that lasted for thousands of years, non-stop. Rivers of lava spread across the land, and the air filled with toxic gas. The planet was choking. These volcanoes were pumping out carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide like a busted exhaust pipe. That messed with the climate in two brutal ways. First, sulfur dioxide caused temperatures to plummet, like a mini ice age. Then the carbon dioxide heated things back up. Rapid changes like that don't give animals time to adapt. It was chaos. And if you're wondering how we know all this, scientists have found layers of volcanic ash and rock formations all over the world that date right to the Extinction period. So yeah, the Earth was under siege before the asteroid even arrived. The asteroid was just the final straw. The oceans weren't safe either during the extinction chaos. While all this was going on above ground, the oceans were in deep trouble too. You'd think the water might offer some protection, right? Not quite. The asteroid impact caused tsunamis that traveled around the globe. Entire marine ecosystems were disrupted in hours. But it didn't stop there. As the climate shifted, the temperature and chemistry of the oceans changed. Sea levels dropped. Oxygen levels sank. And then came acidification. When the ocean becomes so acidic, many sea creatures can't survive. If you love life under the sea, this was the worst time to be alive. Coral reefs died off. Plankton, those tiny creatures at the very base of the food chain, began to vanish. And when a foundation goes, everything above it crashes too. Dinosaurs that relied on marine food sources were now starving. Pterosaurs that hunted near water lost their edge. It was a domino effect from ocean to land. The world wasn't just ending for dinosaurs, it was being reset. Let's be clear, this wasn't just a dinosaur extinction. It was a mass extinction event, one of the worst in Earth's history. Frogs, mammals, birds, insects, plants, many didn't make it through. But here's the twist, some did. And that's what makes this story even more fascinating. Crocodiles, they survived. Birds, they made it. Tiny mammals hiding underground, they found a way through. It wasn't about being big or strong. It was about being adaptable. That's the real lesson here. Dinosaurs were incredible creatures, but their world was finely tuned. When that balance broke, they couldn't adjust fast enough. The smaller, the smarter, the ones that didn't need much food. They're the ones that got to rebuild the world. How dinosaurs lived might have led to how they died. Dinosaurs didn't just exist, they dominated. They were the apex predators and massive herbivores of their time, living in a world full of abundance. Towering trees, endless plant life, herds of prey. It was all there, and they evolved to take full advantage of it. Their bodies were built big, their movements powerful, and their lives structured around plenty. But that's also what made them vulnerable. These animals needed a lot to survive. Tons of food, huge territories, stable climates. Their survival depended on balance. And when that balance broke, everything began to fall apart. A sudden change in temperature, food supply, or environment wasn't just a challenge, it was a death sentence. The reproductive strategies didn't help either. Dinosaur eggs were easy targets. Their young took years to mature. In an unstable world, slow development was a dangerous gamble. Others tend to add extinction patterns we never noticed before. Like how some dinosaurs might have already been declining before the asteroid hit. Was their extinction already in motion, or did they vanish in an instant? The answer might be somewhere in between. Climate models, fossil evidence, and geologic records are all helping scientists piece together a puzzle that's still far from complete. And honestly, that's what makes this so exciting. The story of dinosaurs is still being written. Every bird you see today is a reminder that dinosaurs never fully left. That's right, birds are dinosaurs, not descendants, not cousins, actual dinosaurs. They just evolved in a way that let them survive the greatest extinction in history. Next time you see a pigeon, eagle, or hummingbird, think of it as a living relic. A reminder that even in the face of destruction, some parts of history refuse to disappear. It also reminds us of nature's ability to adapt, to evolve, to find life in the ashes. And if that's not a message worth holding on to, what is? If you made it this far, you're now part of a rare group who knows the real gritty truth behind the extinction of dinosaurs. It wasn't just one thing, it was a cascade of disasters that shook the Earth to its core. And somehow, life still found a way to push forward. If you want more stories that change how you see the past, hit that subscribe button and join the Edutaining History Channel. Because history isn't just about what happened, it's about how it still echoes today.